Another round of applause, please. I have the honor of introducing our next speaker, Ashley Chico. And I need to point out something here, which is very interesting. And when we start talking about this issue of school choice and a quality education, and we want what's best for the children, I think this is a perfect example and obviously a great segue into what we just heard. Ashley is one that came out of a private school that the parents thought was the best fit for her. But they found something else in a local public school, and that's called Winter Park High. It's a public school where she has been excelling and is a true inspiration for many, not only here in the Central Florida area, but throughout the country, because she's won many national awards. The latest has been the Bright House, a prestigious award from Bright House, and she'll tell you a little bit more about that. But it's important that we recognize Ashley and share her story and her inspiration, because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this is not about public versus private. At the end of the day, this is what's best for the children, the best education possible for our children. If that isn't a public school, then that's great. Private school, that is great. So Ashley, Chico, I'd like to invite you up to the microphone.
All right.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ashley Chico. I am a 16-year-old Girl Scout from Orlando, Florida. Thank you, Julio, Fuentes, and HCREO for having me here tonight. I'm so honored to be here, and thank you, everybody. I'm going to speak a little bit about my success story about last year, because sophomore year for me in high school was a very, very, not only challenging, but very successful year in my life. Around this time, actually last year, Girl Scouts sent me an application form for the Bright House Bright Ideas STEM for Today's Youth national competition. And they challenged high schoolers to submit a solution, a bright idea that they saw in their community that needed a need. And so I thought, what possibly could I submit an idea for, you know? As a high school student girl, usually you don't think about these things. But working at a doctor's office on Saturdays, I kept noticing something. Patients actually, who did not fill out the medical registration form independently were people who did not speak English, people who were illiterate. Now, if they did not fill out the medical registration form properly, they could not be seen. And this happens not only in doctor's office settings, but in hospitals as well. And I could not stand around just waiting for another situation to happen while these people were not getting the medical attention they needed. So my bright idea was the Chico healthcare software, an interactive, user-friendly software that allowed patients of any language, literate or not literate, which, by the way, 32 million adults in the U.S. do not speak or write English. Now, this was going to help them so that they can independently fill out the medical registration form and be seen. Doesn't matter what race, it doesn't matter what problems, that they can be seen properly. By winning that award, I was able to share that award last week, actually, at LATISM, Latinos in Tech Innovation, at Washington, D.C., and present this award at the White House, which I personally think was a big achievement. Thank you. And this was not all made